Are you constantly seeking dopamine hits from gaming, social media, or even binge watching? Remember, dopamine is the molecule of more and it's insatiable. Maybe you even find that your motivation for real world experiences is dropping and your pleasure in life has gone down. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how digital overstimulation rewires your brain through supernormal stimulation. And more importantly, I'm going to show you what you can do to take back control. I'm going to show you how you can reset the dopamine system in your brain for healthier pleasure and happiness. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Welcome back to the channel where we help people understand how modern technology impacts your brain, hijacks the dopamine system, and keeps you wanting more in the screen, but preventing you from enjoying your life. If you want to know what you can do to reset the dopamine system so you can feel happiness at higher levels again, well, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Technology is designed to hijack your brain so that you feel more pleasure in the screen, but less pleasure and happiness in your real life. It's called supernormal stimulation, and it keeps you going back for more. It can be experienced on a continuum from emails to explicit matter. Let me tell you how it works. Every time you go back and you check your email or a notification, a DM, a dating app, a short form video, a long form video, all the way up to explicit matter, your brain is experiencing what I call a deluge of dopamine. You're getting more dopamine from the screen than you ever possibly could from real world experiences. This is what keeps you coming back for more. Over time, this reduces your ability to enjoy real life experiences because there's less dopamine there for pleasure, but you still experience pleasure, but you also get serotonin for joy, and you also get oxytocin for connection. It's called the Happiness Trifecta. But the more you go into the screen, the less you want to hang out with your friends, play your guitar, or cook or garden, or do any of your favorite hobbies. But the good news is you can reset your brain and the pleasure pathways within it so that they no longer crave those high levels of dopamine. Instead, they want the happiness trifecta from your life. So your happiness hack for today is an activity that I call dopamine determination. It works like this. Get out a journal and in the left-hand column, write down all of the screen-based supernormal stimuli that you're going back to right now. Realize you're getting high levels of dopamine from those tech-based activities. Now, in the right-hand column, write down all the things that you used to love to do in the real world, the hobbies that you do love to do but you don't do enough, or all the things that you've ever wanted to do. In this way, you can determine real-world activities that will give you dopamine for healthy pleasure, plus the serotonin and oxytocin for happiness. Make sure that these activities are important for you. This is your dopamine determination, not your brother's, not your girlfriend's, your dopamine determination. And if you want more help figuring this out, please go over to drtrishleigh.com where you can download my free guide, Reward Reset, 32 Brain Hacks to leave the screen and reclaim your life. It'll help you figure out what you want to do. Okay, so you may not realize that you are in fact stuck in a cycle when you go back to social media. And the more you go back, the more you're stuck. Remember, dopamine is insatiable. I even had a client who had a tattoo that said less is more. The more he got sucked into this cycle, he actually changed the tattoo to read more is more. More is more is a dopamine cycle. So I want you to know, if you're having difficulty staying away from social media, gaming, or any screen-based activity, this isn't about willpower. It's about instant gratification. Your brain has been trained to hit the easy button so you can feel the pleasure of high level supernormal dopamine from the screen, but unfortunately, taking away from your real life. If you want to know more about the easy button, I've written about it in my #1 best-selling book, Mind Over Explicit Matter. This way you can learn when you hit the easy button, it keeps you going back for more. Now, the more stressed out you feel, the more you're going to crave this dopamine. It's important to be aware of that. So, stress reduction is really important so you don't find yourself back in the screen. The way that that's played out for me is two ways: Poshmark and puppies. If you know what Poshmark is, it's where I can go to find Christian Louboutin red bottom shoes at a great price. And I've used that for real world rewards before. But when my stress levels go up, Poshmark calls me. The same thing with puppies. I've been eager to get a Bernedoodle puppy, so when I'm maxed out on my work, I find myself going to the puppy website to click and look at those little cuties again. So it's really important that you get structured and stepping away from the screen, because the more dopamine that you've gotten, the more you may experience withdrawal. That can lead to anxiety, depression, or anhedonia, the lack of feeling overall. So you have to train your brain just like that Bernedoodle puppy. And this is how you're going to do it. Be careful with your digital dopamine detox, but structure it and step away from the screen. At the same time, add a happiness trifecta stack. What that means is you try to get as much dopamine plus serotonin and oxytocin for joy and connection from your real life. Join an activity that you've wanted to do for a long time. Go visit friends that you haven't seen. Get into your life and enjoy it. Happiness plus pleasure. After you've detoxed plus stacking, then you can stabilize. So it's important not to go for a full-blown digital detox without making sure that you're making up for those neurotransmitters from your real life. But once you've done that, then you can bring the levels of dopamine down and stabilize it into a balanced life. So remember, quitting cold turkey rarely works. This is because of the dopamine dependency at the core of screen use. So instead of quitting cold turkey, balance. The way that you can balance your screen time is by using a happiness hack that I call the 3 S's. It's important to set structure with a schedule and having limits that allow you to enjoy the screen time, to use it as mindful motivation. But then when your alarm goes off, you come out of the screen for your screen-free times. So you want to set structure, schedule limits, and have screen-free time. If you're serious about stepping away from the screen and rewiring your brain so that you can improve your focus, clarity, offset anxiety and depression from screen time, then please go to drtrishleigh.com. The link is in the description so you can check out the services that me and my team offer. We offer QEEG brain mapping. You can actually see how screens have impacted your brain. Then, using advanced neuroscience and technology, we can help you rewire your brain back to optimal levels using the Dr. Trish Leigh app. So I would love to help you. If you're looking for help, schedule a consultation so we can get you on track. Okay, so let's pull it all together today. First of all, you're going to do your dopamine determination activity. You're going to find out what screen activities you're going back to too much for supernormal stimuli. Then you're going to plan your happiness trifecta activities. After that, you're going to train your brain like that little puppy through a digital dopamine detox plus a happiness trifecta stack, plus then moving into the stabilization period after your brain has calibrated to need less dopamine from the screen. When you're done doing that, you're going to use the 3S strategy. You're going to set a schedule with limits and structure and screen-free time so you can enjoy the time You go on the screen for motivation, but more importantly, you can enjoy your life. Now, if you want to learn more about how dopamine is affecting your brain, especially from the screen, and what you can do to improve your focus and feel less stress and feel more calm, then please click the video in the corner so I can help you move forward. And as always, remember, control your brain or it'll control you.